couple weeks ago was supposed to be about my family's trip to Wonderworks, but rabbit trails seem to be the staff of my life, so quick Wonderworks overview. Rode on this cool bike thingy, which I couldn't get out of. Okay, play it off. Okay, start to laugh. Okay, look over. How do the teenagers do it? Oh, push down and up, okay. The swirling tunnel made me fall, almost gave my aunt a nervous breakdown, and transformed my cousin into the lead singer of a wannabe 90s British pop punk band. I proved my manhood by lying on a bed of nails. After I let the females prove to me that it was safe, I realized my childhood dreams of becoming a pitcher were hopelessly misguided.
Haha, 44!
My daughter melted her nerd daddy's heart.
Oh, Han Solo.
Cue stereotypical family moment tourist montage. Aw, fun! Oh, what? Uh-oh. Here's the thing, I've never really had a problem with heights. My daughter, on the other hand, not the biggest fan. In fact, this grate proved an almost insurmountable obstacle to her going to the beach on many occasions, forcing me to employ some tough love. Come on, you big baby. No, I'm just playing. I tend to employ a more non-verbal method, actually.
Dad, I'm scared.
Shh. I've never been much of an overprotective worrywart. Standing up there, looking down and thinking of my daughter's fear of heights and then what might happen as a result of that if she slips off, and even though that there's a support holding her up. We're talking about kids here, and they're not always necessarily rational.
Because I love Justin Bieber.
So vicariously, I was able to experience the fear of heights as I stepped off that platform with my daughter into oblivion. I really was proud of her. It was kind of one of those father-daughter bonding moments. Aww. Which brings us to our blurb of the week. That moment of stepping off that platform reminded me of a movie. It was called Man on Wire. And no, it's not the sequel to Bird on a Wire, which is a stupid joke, okay? And if you get the joke, it doesn't matter because you're not part of my target demographic. It's so hard to write for you. Okay, fine. All right, let's try this. See, there's this movie, and it's like this guy, and he's walking across this line, and it's over nothing. He walks back and forth, and he might fall to his doom. You don't know. But then, he's being interviewed, so that would mean that he can't die. But maybe you think you're watching a real movie, but really, it's a fake-umentary. It's a faux-cumentary. It's like Paranormal Activity, but with a guy on a wire. But seriously, it really is just a work of art. That moment when he's on the edge of the building, he has this voiceover. If I stay here, I live. If I step on that wire, I die. It's breathtaking and scary. But most of all, it's cool because it's like stuff going, it's like the Expendables minus people plus. I have a lot of subsections I'm trying to include in each episode, but I keep going over the time, which I've said is 3 minutes. And I'm more committed to the 3-minute time span than I am to squeezing everything in, which I think will be good for me because I've been told I'm a little long-winded, and it'll force me to refine my writing, which is always a good thing. Speaking of works in progress, if you get a chance, listen to the podcast that I'm a part of called Work in Progress. We talk about creativity and its applications in a web world. Next week, we'll be talking about Facebook phenomenon and privacy settings, taking a look at diaspora and some of the alternatives, and of course, we'll be talking about Fincher's film, The Social Network. Before signing off today, I did want to mention the surf tip that was going to be for today, and that was pre-surf pump music. Typically, when you think of going to a surf session, you might listen to punk rock or some old school Pennywise or Offspring, or maybe something reggae like Sublime or Pepper or something like that, depending on your generation. But I have some off the beaten path suggestions that I thought would be pretty interesting. In the meantime, I'd like to hear, what do you listen to before you're going out? It doesn't have to be surfing. It could be in like a football game or gymnastics or skating or whatever, something like that. So yeah, any requests on that too? I'll think about trying to squeeze in a violin song there. In the meantime, keep it creative, keep it quality, and keep it constructive, you too. See you later.